Hello, welcome back to Let's Drink and Drive. I'm your host, Jared.
And I'm Matthew.
And if you haven't seen Drink and Drive before, it's basically a show where we enjoy a cold beverage and play a driving simulator. In this case, Euro Truck Simulator 2. This is the 6th episode of the night. We're probably going to put these into what I'll call chapters, which is basically we start with an episode earlier in the night and we continue to drink through as we record, and you probably notice us getting more and more intoxicated as we go on.
As you can tell already.
Yeah, as you can probably tell by my slight slurring of speech. I'm currently drinking Strongbow, which Matthew provided, which is a dry English cider.
And it's very good and very strong, which I like. I've got the seasonal reserve, Mackenzie's. We obviously only had like 4 different types of beverages for this evening.
We're very limited.
This is actually my first seasonal reserve of the night, and what's really nice is that I've had like 6 beverages, and I can still taste this. It's really good. It's very strong, like cinnamony flavor to it.
Yeah, as Shar stated earlier in probably episode 1 or 2, it's kind of just like apple pie.
I definitely get that. And it's 5%, which is good.
Alright, so last episode 5, Matthew was driving, and he chugged his drink before he drove since it was the last one of the night.
I did.
I'm going to do the same in just a minute here, but before I do that, just kind of an update of the game. We've got 14.3 thousand euro is shown here. Not even close to being able to purchase a truck, which is at least 98 to 100,000.
Yeah, the cheapest one we found was a broken down wreck that was $98,000.
It didn't look good, but
or 90,000 euro. Yeah.
Maybe that was just the model in the game. So we have an option to go to the bank here and get a loan, but it seems pretty expensive. So for at least this chapter, as I said, we'll call it, we're just gonna keep driving, earn money the hard,
Yeah, the hard way. And the really hard way, which is drinking and driving.
Exactly. So which again, disclaimer:
should not do.
Never drink and drive in real life. Please keep it in game. Be safe. Care about your well-being. So let's find a job here. Before Matthew decided, I guess we both decided that we should do a long job.
Yeah.
Distance-wise, and it took forever.
It took a lot longer than I thought it would.
And you know what? It probably wasn't even worth it.
No, because we made like 3,000 euro, and I think the previous game we made like 2,000.
So let's go back to price per distance. Yeah. And we're coming back to the WGCC here, which we mentioned in previous episodes.
But let's at least go to a new city. Can we go to a new city?
Well, we haven't been to Brussels. Isn't it Brussels?
It's Brussels. And in Monuments Man, which we saw earlier today, they do pronounce it Bruge. I think is the way that people from the Netherlands pronounce it.
Well, Bruges is a separate city.
No, it's the same city.
As Brussels?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure it's the same city.
Have you ever seen the movie In Bruges?
Yes. That's it. They were talking about that city.
I'm pretty sure Brussels is a separate city.
I will look it up right now.
Anyone watching, please comment.
And just tell Jared how much of an idiot he is.
Correct Matthew on...
There's not, no, because I'm not wrong. They're not going to correct me.
All right. Yeah, I think he's Googling it now.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure Bruges is a separate city from Brussels.
It's not. It's the same city.
Brussels in this case.
It's just how people in
Brussels This is a really short run, though. Maybe I should pick something a little...
Yeah, because you're only getting 639 euro.
No.
Oh, that's the first one.
3007. Okay. Let's go a little more. Should do 4?
That's the one that I just did.
Is that the same one?
Yeah. And
except it's the reverse.
Yes.
It doesn't look like it's that long. It's just long because of the ferry ride. Let's see here. Okay, we'll do a slightly longer one just for the hell of it. We're going to go from Paris to Calais. If I'm pronouncing that right. Are you looking it up?
I'm looking it up, yes.
By the way, In Bruges, great movie, in my opinion.
Movie,
I loved it.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actors' names, but a lot of good ones. Yes, I have been drinking. Okay, so I'm going to accept this job, and...
Oh, you might be right.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, it's the capital of a province, and I thought it was the same thing as Brussels, which is the capital of...
So now is Brussels
Country.
and Brussels the same thing?
Wait, what? Drunk.
Is Brussels, which is what we see here on the map, and Brussels,
I would assume
which
that's
is
the
what
same
I've
thing.
always heard.
Yeah. I've always heard it's Brussels.
Okay.
I learned
So
something
okay, so
today.
we verified. If you guys commented, thank you. Bruges and Brussels or Brussels, because we're still not
All
sure,
the same thing.
are different. Okay, so I think I'm going to take this route. It's a little bit longer, but
Paris to Calais.
we are earning $4,000.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
So let's do
And you're
that.
taking an excavator. Good thing you're driving, because
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
fail this
So
one.
let's go ahead and accept this, and I'll chug my drink. I've probably got a third left of the strongbow.
Do it.
Oh man, I'm not feeling it, but
Good. This ought to make this drive hilarious. I feel like there should be like a crowd of frat boys right now just chanting "chug." I won't do it though.
maybe there was a little more than a third. Ugh.
You did spend a lot of time chugging that drink,
I'm not done yet either.
and you're not. Oh, you can't even.
I'm so
You
sorry.
can't even
I'm so
chug it all
sorry.
at once. That's not even a chug. That's a chug and then a
Also,
small sip.
is strongbow carbonated?
Slightly. Cider's not generally carbonated.
I'm sorry, I'm not a professional drinker
Clearly.
until now.
Also, you're drinking cider out of a can, which is different. But
You know what? I think it tastes the same though.
it definitely didn't taste very differently. Just the way it drinks. Yeah, good luck driving.
Okay, that took way too long. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all of you.
Yeah.
We're probably way better at
The
drinking.
title of this episode ought to be Jared Fails to Chug a Cider. That's just terrible.
Jared's not a drinker.
No, that's true. I have been spending the last 2.5 years trying to teach you how to be a drinker, but clearly I have failed.
You
Or-
have introduced me into
You didn't drink beer before now.
some of. I was getting into it.
Yeah, but you hadn't. I remember because we went to a bar one time and you were just like, "Oh, I don't really drink beer," and I was really shocked because I didn't understand what that meant.
Of course. Let's see. I think I have to go that way.
You're
I
pointed
think
to the
let's,
right or to the left. You have to go to the right.
Let's put it in first.
Nope, you're going the wrong direction.
Are you sure?
Yep,
I think I'm going to turn around here.
you are going to turn around. Oh, you're
I
going
think
to
I
go
have
that
to
way.
go
Okay.
around.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now we're at a lumber mill. I actually used
Yeah, 'cause
my first job out of high school was at a lumber mill, so this all looks
Yes.
very familiar.
You're running over random boards in the parking lot.
This was my youth, cutting wood and ever in danger of cutting fingers off. Great time. What a great first
My
job.
first job was baling hay in the hay fields. I was 14. It was the only work that you can get out in the middle of the country. I don't recommend it. I mean, I guess I do recommend it in the sense that it is very physical work. And
Right, and you get like the work ethic, and
yeah.
which I have since lost.
Well, that's not
completely.
why I recommend it. I recommend it because it's very physical work, and you are incredibly in shape for the entire summer.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah, working at the lumber mill definitely had its benefits in
Yeah.
that sense.
Yeah. I mean, when you're 14, 15, you don't care about work ethic. You care about you have money in your pocket and
Yeah, what
you
the $5
look
a day you earned.
the best that you've ever looked in your entire life.
I disagree. I feel like I've since coming into age, I guess you'd call it. I feel like I definitely have improved. In that
You've improved
sense.
in the looks wise.
I think so. I think
Phys-
I think the
physicality?
women would agree. I'm not going to post pictures to compare, but
Well, we'll all just have to take your word for it because I didn't grow up with you.
sounds like a plan.
So
So where are we driving?
I have no idea.
We're driving.
To the coast, Calais.
south.
No, northwest.
Oh yeah, you're right. So we're
Yeah.
driving from Paris.
To Calais. Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
we are taking the route that Patton took from the coast.
One thing the listeners may not know yet, because we're so early in the show, is that Matt is a bit of a history buff.
I do enjoy history.
We're
actually taking the reverse of that route because he came in from the coast to Paris.
Of course, yeah. We frequent a local bar pub called Founding Fathers, and the owner of which has trivia. He used to be, or is he still? Or?
He used to be, yeah.
Oh, so he's a retired history teacher, and he has trivia whenever we're there. Really,
yeah.
Matt is always on point with most of the questions.
That's one of my favorite things to do. You go to a bar, you have a couple of beverages, and
it is fun, and I learn a lot. I mean, I forget it,
and the style with which it's presented helps a lot. Like if you go to any bar trivia game, you're going to get a guy that asks questions, right? But it's how the questions are asked that make it more fun. Because the way he does it, if he stumps the bar, he gets really cocky, and he says every time, "How soon we forget."
How soon we forget. And this is the bartender Mike.
Yes, and his answer is always, "How soon we forget."
How soon we forget. When most
how soon? Oh wow! Man. How did you not?
I didn't. Oh boy!
Nice job.
We got to be quick on that in the future.
Yes, we can see if we
maybe the non-driver should have control of the keyboard for that.
Yeah, I like that idea. That's good.
They can kind of be like the director.
Yes. That's a good feature.
So yeah, Mike is definitely a character, and when he's not there, it's not the same.
It's definitely not the same. We have been there when he's not there. Growing up, and by that I mean
growing up at the
from
bar.
21 to 29. Since I started going to bars legally, you sort of get to know where you like to go, and it's because of the bartenders. That's it. You don't go somewhere there's a crappy bartender just because their chicken fingers are good. I know I wouldn't stand a crappy bartender even if their food was good.
I guess I have had the same experience, but then again, I don't go to bars that often.
Oh, okay.
Usually I go with you.
Yeah. And I take you to the good places.
Well, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, one place we need to go back to is hardware.
Yes.
We haven't been there in a while.
I do like hardware. I do. You gotta like a place that shows darts. I mean,
probably.
And people are yelling at the screen. Like, you gotta like to go to a bar where there's
I don't
random stuff on TV and people are into it.
I remember us watching.
Maybe it was us that was yelling at the screen.
I think maybe you might have been.
I was definitely yelling.
This had to have been people at least a year ago, maybe 2 years ago at this point. We went to this bar, which is in
downtown Buffalo.
Is it considered downtown?
It's in Allentown, yeah.
Allentown's
considered
Buffalo. Yeah. It's like the hipster.
It's the edge of downtown, yeah. The arts district.
Change lanes here apparently. Oh no.
No, you're going straight.
Okay,
yeah,
straight.
There you go.
And whenever Matt and I go out to the bar, we usually end up playing darts, and we're pretty good competition for each other. We're about the same level. But the one night we went into this bar hardware, and on their, one of their flat screens up on the wall happened to be a professional dart game with, metal tips, etc.
Yep.
First one I'd ever seen.
It was cricket. Yeah, it was. If you're familiar with darts, that's the game that professional dart players mostly play. Yes.
Was it?
You try to get.
No, I think actually we were watching Count Up.
Oh,
where you have to get like 301 or 501.
You remember that much that it was Count Up? Okay,
this was a pivotal moment of my life.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't because you saw darts on the television.
Yeah, no, it wasn't cricket. That's for sure. Which, I mean, for anyone that's played darts or hasn't played darts, rather, cricket is where you have to get 3 of each number, 15 and over,
yep.
And then have the most points also, depending on the type of you're playing. 301, any 01 game, you can hit anything on the board to add up to the number of the game. In this case, like 301. Yeah. I can't remember what the professionals play.
I think they play 301.
That could be the case, but you have to get exactly that amount.
Yeah, if you go over, you have to keep shooting.
Right. If you go over, you bust, and then you go back to where you started from.
Darts is a very
that round.
Darts is a very much like Euro Truck Simulator. Actually, it's very interesting.
Really, how so, man?
Playing it at the time, and probably not very much interesting to anybody else. Although, so here's the counterpoint to my own argument, which happens to me a lot. Actually, I will make an argument and then immediately think, well, that was a stupid argument. You watch darts on television, and there are huge audiences that are sitting at the theater or wherever they are, watching these guys play darts. So, who am I to judge?
But I mean, any like.
Well, I mean, yeah,
off the cuff.
People
sport.
watch curling. The Olympics are going on, obviously, and there's curling is one of the big like. It used to be one of those sports that was just laughed at. It was like, oh, it's one of those fringe sports. These guys with brooms, what are they doing? And now it's
also,
actually one of the more popular sports in the Olympics, actually.
And I mean, the Olympics have been on at work. I don't personally watch them in my free time. I watch very little TV. But curling, I found very interesting.
It is.
I mean, I've seen it before, and since we're on the topic, the movie Men with Brooms, very funny movie, kind of in the same line as what's one of the parody movies like Spinal Tap?
What's the one about the dog show?
Best in Show.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to that, but it's about curling, and it has its own plot other than the sport itself or the game.
I've never seen it.
It also features the Canadian band Tragically Hip.
Oh, okay.
Which, for any Buffalonians, you're probably familiar with.
Very popular in Buffalo, yeah.
Probably anyone along the coast of... the
Yeah.
border of
the border.
U.S. and Canada are probably familiar with...
it may seem like a coast because we're on a Great Lake, Jared, but...
That's true.
It's not actually... Ooh, a little oversteer there,
Let's
buddy.
not go off the coast.
That is actually the worst that you have driven so far. That's not bad. I mean, because... is there
we
an
got
accident?
road work here.
What's going on? Oh, it is a road work.
What's going on? Let's
see
if
now
we get a better view.
we hit the most realistic part
wow.
is when you're going around road construction.
Let's start up here. Probably
you're in seventh
gear.
Yep. Yeah, you're in first now. Go.
There we go. So they were all stopped. I wonder if
look at that excavator.
Oh yeah, maybe this is where I'm supposed to be, so they can fix the road here.
Right.
Please don't
on
go,
the road.
red vehicle.
I don't think they're allowed to go. No, he's going.
No,
why did you start going?
What are you doing?
AI failure.
Oh, come on, guy.
No, so you
I'm
actually
gonna
have to
go
go
around
around
this guy.
him?
Get on my
Otherwise,
way.
it counts against you as damage, right?
Right. So, that was easy enough.
Okay. Wow.
Let's get
all
back
right,
inside
all right,
the truck
Euro
here.
Truck Simulator people. Fix your AI. You gotta wait until...
Well, I mean, there's always, an asshole on the road.
Well, yeah, that's true.
You can't fix
Like,
that.
come on. Just go. Just go, Red.
So yeah, Men with Brooms, I suggest anyone that kind of likes that
style.
That style of movie, check that out. Now there's a video compilation online. I think I saw it on probably wimp.com of the female teams and their
interesting cadences,
vocalizations.
That's good. I like that. Yeah,
which was pretty funny.
It is very funny.
And actually, that's most of the curling I saw was the women's teams at work.
Yeah,
and it was interesting. I mean,
you just like when women yell hard at you.
Well, they weren't speaking English though, so I don't know what they were yelling.
That's definitely one of the things that they yell. Because I watched the American, the Great British, and the Canadian teams because I'm an Anglo speaker, and they they say hard a lot because they want the sweepers to sweep harder.
Oh, okay. Now, does sweeping slow down or speed up?
Speeds it up. Actually, I just read this a couple days ago. I didn't know why they did it, so I was interested. And apparently, the sweeping due to the friction, melts the ice for action, like just a little bit at a time, and it causes the rock to slide a little further. And they can get it to curl a little bit more, or slide a little further that way.
Now, when you say curl a little more,
it curves.
Okay.
Because they throw it. The rock. It's a circular rock.
Right. Stone.
And so they throw it and they spin it down the ice, which causes it to move or
to have a curve.
English.
Yeah, just like when a pitcher throws a curveball, they put spin on it to make a curve.
Yeah, and it helps them a lot in trying to get the points, to get into the place that they need the points. So, so the sweeping definitely helps in that endeavor for sure. So. I just thought it was
pretty sure I'm gonna hit this car.
I realized. No, you didn't. Wow.
Oh, okay. He went the other way.
He went the other way. Yeah.
But this guy.
You got it.
All right.
Ooh, don't hit me. He's trying to merge on the same lane as you. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
Euro Trucker 2 or whatever. Euro Truck Simulator.
Euro Truck Simulator. Dose.
12 minutes of highway driving followed by 2 minutes of wah! And red light. And also a couple minutes of waiting at a red light. So, we're back.
Alright. Let's see. It's kind of wide. Make sure we avoid the curb.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Nice.
I'd say we're like 5 drinks in.
Yeah, about
doing pretty well.
That's not bad.
But again, this is for gameplay only.
Yeah. And obviously, other than the fact that
I was supposed to make that turn. So let's pretend that didn't happen. Reverse.
I just enjoy the irony of the fact that you were saying that you were doing so well.
And then,
And then you missed the turn because you were doing so well at driving. Just wait for that guy to go by.
Hey, whoa now, buddy.
Whoa. Oh, he's going to stop for
me.
you.
Let me go. Thank you, sir. Don't hit that person.
Nice.
Okay. So the city driving is really what...
that's
we discovered a new truck dealer.
Nice.
Man or Manny? I couldn't catch that.
Yeah, because the last episode we had a man truck, or one of the last episodes. I think you had a man truck.
Man, we are so sexist.
Yeah, we can do it.
Okay. And that's us on the right here.
Yep.
Up to the third. Where's the... Oh, right in front of us, of course.
Nice, of course. Are you gonna try back in now?
Oh, I'm gonna back it in.
All right.
I figure if it takes too long, we can talk a little further about. Well, what other sports have you been seeing in the Olympics?
Bobsled is one of them.
Now, what do you think about the Jamaican bobsled team?
They were terrible. The 2-man at least was like 28th place. But one of the newer events that they've had the past I think 4 Olympics is the 2-man women's bobsled, which is I'm not just saying that that's literally what it's called. It's called the 2-man women's bobsled because bobsled was a men's sport obviously for a really long time, and then they finally let women compete in 2002, which really shows you how
I did that a lot faster than I thought I was going to. Apparently, alcohol, allows me to park better.
In a video game.
In a game,
but
yes.
They have a 2-man women's bobsled, which I thought was interesting. It was good. It was a lot of fun.
Now, was
one thing I don't watch figure skating. I don't watch figure skating.
I watched that just because it was on at work again. Mm-hmm. The Jamaican team though, the Jamaican bobsled, weren't they like crowdfunded?
Yes, they were. Yeah, they had no money whatsoever, and they did a Kickstarter. And they made $100,000 in like 2 days.
I wonder if they have a song though.
Oh, they do. Actually, they do, and we'll have to link to it. somewhere in the video.
I feel like they probably would have done better if they had Sanka.
Yeah.
In his
Oh yeah. Yeah. You have to. He's the best pushcart driver in all of Jamaica. But they actually. What's interesting about that? It's funny you bring that up because they do have a song, and the song that they made is synced with one of their runs.
Oh really?
Yes. So it actually says in a couple places it says turn left, turn right, and the bobsled is doing that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you should watch it on YouTube, and anybody listening should watch it on YouTube because it's pretty awesome. So.
All right, so I got an excellent rating on this drive. 149 miles, blah, blah, blah. Did pretty well. I got the parking.
I thought you got damage. You didn't get any damage taken off.
When?
It's so inconsistent.
When did I collide?
You hit a guardrail a little while ago, I thought.
I don't remember hitting a guardrail. I'm pretty sure you're remembering your run, man.
That's probably true. I hit several guardrails.
And I believe I leveled up here. Let's just find out. I did. Nice. Okay, and I think we'll stay on the.
We'll continue with that.
The trend with the high value cargo.
Yep.
Because we're getting. Now this is one thing we haven't paid attention to is we've just been going by price per distance.
Okay. So you get a high reward for high value. So next time we should sort by value.
Yeah, we should make sure that we're doing high value cargo.
Yep.
For that reason.
Yeah.
So we'll select that and apply, and that's it. So with the first chapter of Let's Drink and Drive, we've earned 18.7 thousand euro on our way, but we're still a long way to go to buy an actual truck.
Yeah.
We might decide to do a loan in future episodes, but we'll figure that out later. But for now, thank you for watching. Please like and share the videos if you are so inclined. My name is Jared.
And I'm Matthew.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.